guys, what's up? It's Jerry, and today we have a very special video. I'm going to be showing you guys tips and tricks for all 25 skills. And in this video, just so you know, this is probably for people who aren't max combat and they're new to the game. They're new to members, because pretty much all these methods are going to be members. And what you're going to want to do is just do whatever it says for the specific skill. So the firsts are going to be melee. So for attack, you just want to have very best potions you can, and you're going to want to use prayer. And this is true for all the melee skills. If you can afford prayer, go ahead and use it. And the next up, we're going to have strength. For strength, you're going to want to use a Saradomin sword instead of a dragon scimitar. As you can see, Saradomin sword is much better. And for defense, you're going to want to use, if you have low defense already, you're going to want to use Guthans, so you don't have to bank as much and get food. And Guthans trains defense and also shared XP, but it's only good for defense training. And as you can see, the next skill is ranged, and if you're planning to increase your range level in the future, but you don't need it right now, wait until the EOC has come out, and you will be getting the best XP then by just training normal combat. And then the next up, we have prayer. When training prayer with bones, make sure to use a gilded altar. If you don't have one, you can go to World 31 and look for someone saying that they have a gilded altar. Just enter their house and use your bones on their altar until you run out. Then bank and repeat. Then next up, we're going to have magic. Alching is good XP, but if you want to make some money, you can always do air orbs. Now, I've made a guide on this in the past. You can go check my channel for that. It's my ultimate money making guide. And you can make some good money off this and still get some pretty good XP. And it's a little bit more AFK than alching. For runecrafting, is add an altar has always been in the game for a long time. But the rune span is much better XP and can be very AFK, and so you're probably going to want to do this over runecrafting at a normal altar. Next up, we have construction. Now this skill can be very expensive, so try to make something that suits your budget but is still great XP. In this video, I'll just show here are the different costs of planks, which is the main cost you're going to have. And some things you can make are larders. Depending on whatever your level is, that's what wood you would use, the best one you can make. And you can also make dining tables. Those are both very good choices to do. Next up, we have Dungeonerring. And Dungeonerring in groups can give much better XP rates. And if you have a friend online, just ask him to come Dungeoneer with you if he has about the same level or you're on the same floor. Just make sure you get a good team that knows what they're doing. And so, make sure you share the supplies if needed, and just try to get it done in the most efficient way possible. So you want to work together to finish the dungeon. And then next up, we have hit points, and you don't want to use lamps on this skill because all you need to do to level it up is train other combat skills. If you have pretty decently leveled combat stats, this is going to be easily get 99. Say you have 90 in all your other combat stats, it's going to get right up to 99. And then next up is agility. For this tip, we have, it's a really boring skill. So if you join a clan or a friends chat, or you're just on a Skype call with your friends, it can make it much more enjoyable, and you won't end up committing suicide by the end of your goals. Agility is just so boring, because it's the same thing over and over again. And so if you're talking to your friends, it can help you just get away from that. As you can see, when I was doing this, I was just chatting with my friends. It might slow down your XP a small bit, but you're going to be able to do it a lot longer if you're talking to friends. As you can see, I did that. And then we have Herbalore. This is a very expensive skill, so searching ways to make profit and just lose less off of it can be a very good idea. Cleaning herbs is a great way, but it's not the best XP. Next up we have Thieving. When thieving, NPCs pickpocket from things that are a decent amount of levels lower than your thieving level, so you don't fail as often. As you can see, I successfully pickpocket him many times in a row, and I only failed like once. And instead of just keep failing over and over again, this is much better XP. Next up we have crafting. For this skill you're going to want to have just do some research and make things that are good XP before you buy a ton of resources. This can be an expensive skill as well, so just look up good crafting methods and then you should be able to do it the correct way. Fletching. When doing skills like this that don't require much attention, you can just like watch your favorite TV series or movie, or like I did in agility, you can also just talk to your friends on Skype or Runescape or whatever. It makes it much more enjoyable because you don't have to, it doesn't require that much attention. Next up we have Slayer. Slayer is a very enjoyable skill, especially when you pick the right tasks. Pick tasks that aren't annoying to you and are good XP. And next up we are going to have Hunter. Hunter is a fun skill, but sometimes is a bit of a grind. Find methods that are AFK and are not heavily botted. And here I'm doing swamp lizards, which can also make you a good deal of money. Next up we have mining, and for mining you just want to make sure you train on ores that you can mine fast. Instead of mining mithril ore at level 55, you're going to want to mine something like iron, which is what I did in this video. Because although mithril ore is better XP, it's much slower. And next up, we are going to have smithing. When smithing, calculate the experience per bar, and then choose the item with the best XP to bar ratio. Now I think some of the best items are helmets and plate legs. I'm not positive on that. I'm not a pro smither, but I believe those are some of the best items. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then next up we have fishing. When fishing you can either choose to get a bit faster XP and do a lower level fish, as I'm doing in this video, or you can do a higher level fish which will be AFK and will make you some money. As you can see in this video, I did the lower level thing and actually leveled up. The lower level ones will be better XP. Next up we have cooking, and cook at a range instead of a fire to decrease the chance of you burning your food. Wearing cooking gauntlets also helps this. In this video I didn't have cooking gauntlets, but I was already high enough level that I wasn't going to burn the fish. And then next up we are going to have firemaking, I believe. Yes, firemaking. With this skill you can either choose to go cheap or fast. Many people choose to do maples all the way to level 99, but richer players can afford to do use or even magic logs. The higher level the log, the more it's going to cost. Another skill is woodcutting. Cutting ivies is great XP and it's AFK. You can do this while doing homework or just watching some TV, or again talking to your friends. Or you can also choose to cut yews, which will make you a good deal of money, but it will not be as fast. XP. Next up we have farming. For farming you just want to make sure you do at least one farming run a day, however your farming run allows, however long it takes to do. And it doesn't take that much time per day, and if you do it this way you will level up very quickly. You won't even have to do that much work. As you can see here, I'm doing a maple tree run. And then next up you have summoning, and what you want to do for summoning is build up a good amount of charms and then use it doing in small amounts. Just doing it in a small amount is a waste. You want to build up like 1,000 of them and then just do them. And that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again later. Bye.